And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the ball game. Davis Event Center, the second home game of the year. We're, 6 games into the season. So, yes, only the second time tonight that we've been at the Davis Event Center. Let's take you to the floor for the playing of the National Anthem and tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups.
And now, the starting lineup for visiting Lawson State Community College Lady Cougars. At point guard, number 1, freshman from Tallahassee, Florida, Ayana Woodfall. At guard, a sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama, number 3, Nadia Cathy. At 4, the 5'10" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, number 11, Taylor Thompson. At guard, 5'7" sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama, number 22, Rachel Davis. And at 4, the 6'1" freshman from Marietta, Florida, number 32, Sheila McNeely. And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Indians. At guard, the sophomore from Decatur, Alabama, number 4, Whitney Watkins. At the other board, a 5'9" freshman from Oxford, number 5, Zaire Burgess. At point guard, setting 5'3", a sophomore from Starkville, number 11, Delphia Kennedy. At forward, a 5'8" sophomore from Fort Wayne, Mississippi, number 23, Keeley Wilson. And rounding out the starting 5'10" freshman from Oxford, number 24, Mariah Collins.
And there were your Coca-Cola starting lineups there for both teams, in case you couldn't hear those two clearly over the PA. Jordan, give us those starting 5 tonight here for both teams. Let's start with Lawson.
Yeah, first look at Lawson State. Alana Woodfalk will be the point guard, a 5'3" freshman from Tallahassee, Florida. Nadia Cathy will be the 2 guard in the set, 5'3" sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. Taylor Thompson will play the 3 spot, 5'10" sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Another guard in the set, so they're going to play 4 guards around 1 forward. Rachel Davis is that 4th guard, a sophomore out of Birmingham, Alabama, and that forward will be a 6'1" freshman from Marietta, Florida, Sheila McNeely. So that's the look at Lawson State for the Lady Indians. Whitney Watkins will draw the start at the point, 5'8" sophomore from Decatur, Alabama. Zaire Burgess will draw the start as well, 5'9" freshman out of Lafayette County High School. Tabria Gandy will be the point guard. Watkins will be the 2. Gandy, a 5'3" sophomore out of Starkville, averaging 12 points per game. And then in the post, Keeley Wilson, a 5'10" sophomore from Horn Lake High School, and Mariah Holland, she as well from Lafayette High School, a 5'10" freshman.
And that is your Coca-Cola starting lineups. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Robin Porter hopes she's got that winning combination put together tonight for her Lady Indians. ICC in their home gray, trimmed in red and blue. And one of my favorite uniforms we'll see all year. Got a little bit of Notre Dame flair out there in the blue jerseys trimmed in the old gold in Lawson. So Lawson with the basketball as we're getting things started off here. And that one nearly turned over. Actually bounced off the leg of the referee. Helped it stay in bounds a little bit, but a good hustle that time on the part of Gandy.
Early on assist over there by the official to the far boundary. Knocks off his leg out of bounds. Lawson holds on to it. Only 12 seconds on the shot clock here. First possession of the night.
So Lawson with it now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. They're going to reset it now through their point guard. That's Woodfalk, who trying to drive inside. Stop, jumper, left-handed, off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Gandy. In and out of her hands, though, out of bounds, back to Lawson State. Well, Jordan, of course, the biggest thing that stands out tonight, all for a week with the Thanksgiving break. So see which team can kind of knock off that floor rust, if you will, or maybe kind of shake off some of those extra meals they ate during the break. Oh, there was a travel, no call. Shot was blocked that time, however, by Whitney Watkins and ICC with the basketball. Quickly up the floor. Three-point basket on its way is up halfway down. No good. Offensive rebound. And Wisely going to back it back out that time instead of trying to force that one back up. Lady Indians with the basketball. Watkins wants another three. This time it's halfway down. No good. Gandy had the rebound. Lost the handle of it. Now here comes Lawson State. Lawson pull-up jumper from the key is up, bouncing around, no good, and the rebound pulled down that time once again by Whitney Watkins.
Been a bit of a track meet here early on. ICC in transition tries to steal a quick one. That would get knocked out of bounds, but through 1 minute and 7 seconds in this game, Adam, it's been a lot of back and forth, up and down the floor with no score.
Absolutely. Neither team able to find the bottom of the basket so far in the contest. 0-0 is your score. 1:53 to go here in the first quarter. We do have a double dip tonight, so we do want to invite you to stay tuned for the men's game that will be following this one immediately. Having a little bit of cleanup over there, actually letting a player tie her shoe on the sidelines. Jordan, how was your Thanksgiving?
Man, it was great. It was great. Spent it on the beaches in Mexico.
I noticed that. That's the reason why I was going to ask to see if you would actually fess up to.
Absolutely, that. A nice Egg Bowl win for the Bulldogs. Can't get much better than that.
ICC with the basketball now, working with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gandy's going to give it back up top. Thought about the three, nothing there. Good defense on the part of Lawson, and jumper on its way, halfway down, no good. Rebound tipped out, and Gandy will chase it down.
Seen a good job by ICC early on attacking on the offensive glass. Haven't got one to sink yet, but that's about the third offensive board for the Lady Indians so far tonight.
Nice ball movement at that time on the part of ICC. Ball loose on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. It should be a possession arrow in favor of ICC. Yes, it will. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. So you got to know that if you're an ICC fan, or excuse me, ICC player on the floor right now. Going to have to hurry. Gandy gets him in the corner. Shots up. And good.
Good ball movement there on the out-of-bounds play as ICC needs to get back in transition, but a good job there, knowing how much time's on the clock, getting the ball into the hands of your best three-point shooter in Whitney Watkins.
Yeah, and couldn't have held on to that one another split second longer as the ball slapped out of bounds. ICC now takes a early 3-0 lead here over Lawson State. Lawson comes into the contest with a 5-3 record. Of course, they're located out of Birmingham. The Lady Cougars is a team that ICC plays often. Not a bad drive. If you're familiar with Birmingham, it's around the Winona High School area. I believe UAB in that part of the world. Three-point basket on the other end is no good. Rebounded by ICC. Nice job getting big, getting tall that time by Maria Holland.
Slow shooting start for Lawson State. The Lady Cougs 0 of 4 on the night from the field through the first 2.5.
And you would think you tell the coach that and be like, oh, great, we'd be down big right now. But ICC also struggling tonight. Layup on its way off the side of the backboard, no good. Well, Jordan, let's just talk about it. How much do you think right now it's just the fact that you've been off a week? And is that playing into the ballgame right now?
Well, it definitely doesn't help. I hear Watkins open on a breakaway for the lay-in. Defensively, ICC has picked up right where they've left off on the first month of the season, but offensively, not been able to swing against that zone and finish some good looks they've had on the offensive end. So look for that rust to get worked off and some of those baskets to fall here later on.
5-0 ICC with the lead. 7 minutes to play now here in the first quarter. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith bringing this action here on the ICC Sports Network. We do appreciate everyone tuning in. Big time shot blocked there by Watkins, her second block shot of the night. And they're going to call an over and back. They're going to say she collected the ball before going into the backcourt. Turnover gives the ball back to ICC.
That's correct. Watkins knocked it out front, but as number 3, Kathy, was coming after the basketball, she touched it on her side of the half-court stripe and then actually ended up rebounding it on the far side. That is an over and back. It'll be a turnover for Lady Indian basketball.
So this is going to be number 5, Chakina Hines, coming into the contest for the Lady Cougars. Speaking of Lady Cougars, we do want to welcome those that are watching in favor of Lawson State tonight, and thank you for tuning in here on the ICC Sports Network. If you're just now joining us, it's been a long time since we've been on a broadcast. Of course, the Gadsden State game got canceled, so ICC only playing one home game this season. Nice entry pass. Oh, layup too hard. Offensive rebound, turnaround hook shot is up in and good.
Good job by Mariah Holland holding on, staying down there, getting in good position to get that offensive board. And for the 5th time tonight, an offensive board for the Indians. But for the first time tonight, it translates into points.
7-0 now is the lead for ICC. And there's going to be a reach-in foul here on the Lady Indians. Good call that time. Kind of just got her a little bit with the hip that time defensively. 7-0 is your score. 6:19 to play here. But, Jordan, yeah, I mean, right now you can kind of tell for ICC they're welcome to be home now. Of course, this is the finals week, so a lot of students maybe making their way a little bit later on in the contest here. But yeah, big week here. Only 1 week of school left before we head to the holidays.
Everybody ready to get to that holiday break. As this is a difficult time for a basketball team, as you've not played since November the 21st. You've got a couple of games here before you break for Christmas, but still, keeping that mindset, staying ready to play over the course of these couple of weeks in the middle. That's not always the easiest thing to do. Absolutely.
That rebound pulled down that time by Whitney Watkins, but it was tied up on the part of number 3, Kathy, that time, and should be Lawson ball, as ICC got the previous jump ball, and the officials talk about it, and yes, it is. Making sure that the shot clock was properly reset, and it was. Now they're going to try to lob it over the top, just high enough to get over the head of ICC's defense. Lady Indians in that gray. Lawson State in the navy blue. 18 seconds on the shot clock now as they move it to the left wing. Going to try to force her to go right. They do so, trying to dribble through traffic. Good help defense on the part of Holland to force it back out. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper. Kiss off the glass is good.
A little old school there by Nadia Cathy there. She rolls right, has the basketball for a long time, comes off a screen, and finally gets just enough opening to force one in off the glass. But the bank is open here early on at the Davis Event Center.
Yeah, judging by that offensive set, Cathy might be the person they go to, as there's a nice layup in the paint that time by Gandy to finish, and a good answer on the other end by the point guard for ICC. Quick jumper on the other end, and back-to-back baskets now, as that again was number 3, Cathy, and she's starting to heat up.
Yeah, Cathy showed you from that right side, if she gets just a little bit of room, she's going to use that glass and try to bank one in. She's done it twice here through the first 5 minutes of the contest.
ICC with the basketball now. Tried to drive inside, lost control of it. Now here comes the Lady Cougars with it on the other end. Trying to go coast to coast. Layup too hard. Rebound ripped down by ICC. Lady Indians with numbers on the other end. 3-on-2 break. Swick it out to Watkins. Watkins long two. Yes. Nice job that time by ICC recovering defensively, recognizing and getting back and hitting the jumper.
That's one thing I've liked about this Lady Indian team is they play very physical. They stress that man-to-man defense on the defensive side. Then when they get that rebound at them, it's get to the other end of the floor as quick as possible. They've done it several times tonight. Whitney Watkins with the 2-pointer there. She's up to 7 points through the first quarter.
Drive to the basket. Layup's good. Count it. 11-6 now is the score. 4:23 and a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way here for Taylor Thompson.
Yeah, the 5'10 sophomore out of Atlanta. A dribble drive off the left side, banks one in and gets fouled. Now ICC for the first time tonight going to go to the bench and get some fresh bodies on the floor.
Yeah, a trio of subs coming into the ball game. This substitution being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. It's going to be number 22, Sarah Freelow. Number 30, that is going to be Lamaya Pfeiffer. And number 20 is Shemaya Williams checking into the contest. For Lawson, it's going to be number 4, Kashonda Gaskin checking in as well. Free throw was good. And after falling behind early, Lawson State battling their way back into this one. 11-7 is the score. 4:18 to play here in the first quarter.
See a bit of a man-to-man style look now from Lawson for the first time tonight.
They try to go that high-low set. Now they kick it out for a 3. That one well off the mark, but there's Gandy in the right spot at the right time for the layup.
Good job by Gandy. A 3-point basket thrown up there nowhere close from 20, Shemaya Williams, but Gandy gets in under the goal and is able to put it back up in a hurry.
3-point basket on the other end, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by ICC. You know, that's one aspect of Trabria Gandy's game I don't think gets a lot of attention or the respect it deserves. For her to be a point guard, she is a heck of a rebounder. So
She's just got a little bit of that water bug style to her. She just finds that open hole, whether it's moving the ball offensively, whether it's rebounding, defense, very active in everything she does. As we see her drive the lane there, puts up a shot, and she attacks the basket, gets her own rebound, saves it, is going to get her team another possession.
Yeah, making me look like I know what I'm talking about there. She grabs the board, pull-up jumper's on its way, no good, but a travel. Good call that time, as that was number 23, Keeley Wilson. She just drug that pivot foot as she went to put the shot up.
Yeah, Wilson's someone that Coach Porter looks like she wants to play in under the goal a little bit more. Sometimes gets pulled out a little bit too far from the basket and forces her to have to dribble it a little bit more than probably would like.
So Lawson with the basketball now, working with 3:10 in the contest. Three-pointer from the corner is on its way, halfway down, no good. Rebound, though, by ICC. Good job that time by Pfeiffer, getting big, getting physical, and getting the board.
And this is a Lawson State team who likes to shoot the three. 39.6 field goal percentage on the year, but they shoot it 34% from the three-point line, so not really losing very much as they back it up.
Freelow lost the handle of the basketball, but was able to get it back and get the layup to fall. Nice job there by Sarah Freelow, as ICC now takes a 15-7 advantage, 2:37 to go in the first.
And here you see Tabria Gandy just playing that extended half-court man-to-man defense, making life very difficult offensively for Lawson State, and that can be attributed to forcing that turnover. That all goes back to Tabria Gandy at the top of the key, to where she's just forcing tons of pressure on the point guard, forces an errant pass, and then she's right there to scoop one up again, gets the foul call and the possession right back.
Absolutely. It's one of those situations, if you want to describe Tabria Gandy defensively, you got to call her a gnat.
Yeah.
She's one of those, she's going to get in your face no matter how much you try to get her to go away. She's not going to do it. As a point guard, she's productive defensively. She's extremely productive. So you know there's going to be a lot of coaches on that next level that are really going to love to see if they can get her to come their way.
She's aggravating as a defender. She's one of those that really just gets on your nerves.
That jumper halfway down, no good. Unfortunate roll that time for Williams. And 15-7 is your score. 2 minutes to play here. Lawson with the basketball, trying to go baseline, taken away nicely that time by Williams, so they're going to force it back out. Nearly taken away, now it is. Gandy with it, wanting to work 101, goes inside, had the shot blocked, stayed with it, going to get it back, put it up too hard, got her own rebound, drops it back out, layup is up and good.
So a steal, 2 offensive rebounds, and assist on 1 possession for Tabria Gandy.
She's just trying to pad her stats.
Well, she did it.
ICC goes up now by 10, 17-7, 1:35 to play here in the first quarter. So every time Lawson has a little bit of a run in him, ICC has been able to answer so far here after the slow start by both teams. Tough defense once again out of the Lady Indians, man-to-man. Into the corner they go with it now. Lawson with the basketball, calling for a screen, doesn't get it. Now he's going to try to back it back out. This is Gaskin. Gaskin pulls it with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot's no good. Tabria Gandy with the rebound.
And Adam, that's an offensive possession right there that not one time over the course of a 30-second shot clock did Lawson State get the ball inside the arc, and it immediately leads to points on the other end for the Indians.
Gandy just took that one coast to coast, got the jumper in the paint to fall, and now ICC with their large lead of the night at 12. 19-7. Lawson trying to get back down on the other end. Wild shot put up, no good. Guess who has the rebound? Yeah, that's Tabria Gandy. Leaves it up the floor. Fast break opportunity here for ICC. Layup is up in and good once again.
And this is a spot here where Coach Tiffany Frederick for Lawson State needs to get a timeout if at all possible, as 21-7, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the wheels feel like they're kind of rattling off as this quarter winds down.
Yeah, it's one of those she probably looked up and saw a little bit more time on the clock, would have taken the timeout when we're going to try to weather the storm here for this final 30 seconds. Ball taken away again. This time it's Williams. Williams going to try to go coast to coast. Layup is good for Williams. Man, we talked about shaking the rust off over the Thanksgiving break. Well, ICC is shaking it off, and they're running big time here. 13 seconds to go. 23-7 is your score in favor of the Lady Indians. Baseline drive taken away, into the paint they go down. The shot is up, 2 seconds on the clock, no good. Rebound to ICC, and what a beautiful first quarter of play. A strong finish of the quarter there, Jordan.
A little sloppy over the course of the first 2 minutes. Think it was a 0-0 game after 2 minutes, but then you see ICC turn up that intensity defensively. They start to push the basketball out in transition, and led by a point guard in Tabria Gandy, a good shooter in Whitney Watkins, they're able to roll out to a 23-7 lead at the end of one.
Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, Your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we come out of the timeout here. ICC with a 23-7 lead after the first quarter of play. It was a sluggish start, as Jordan talked about, but ICC was able to shake that off and get it going here as they take a commanding 23-7 lead, and they'll have the ball to start the second quarter.
ICC held Lawson State to 3 of 13 shooting from the field in the first quarter.
Wow. Tough sledding there, and that's one thing you got to do if you're ICC. Don't let it down defensively, because you know a team like Lawson, 5-3 on the year, they've got some talent. They're going to be able to shake that off and eventually get hot from the floor. Long jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound being slapped around, last touched, out of bounds by Lawson.
See, that's just not a very good look for ICC there. As you got 20 seconds left on the shot clock, you swing it around the floor one time and take a 20-foot jump shot with a hand in the face. That's probably not what you're looking for.
Freelo goes up strong, a lot of contact, no call. I think it was correct call, and now here comes Lawson out on the break. Layup on the other end, partially blocked by ICC. Offensive rebound put up, no good, but there is a foul. Well, Freelo kind of shaking her head after that foul was called, thinking where was it on the other end.
Yeah, some visible frustration there. She probably could have got a call on her end, and as transition comes back the other way, offensive rebound, and she gets called for one herself.
That foul was on Pfeiffer, her
Actually
first.
went for Pfeiffer, right.
Yep. So Pfeiffer with the foul. That's kind of a...
Pfeiffer foul.
Yeah. Free throw is on its way, rattling around and falls, as that is number 23, Diamond Morstella, out of Moody, Alabama. I hear there is a Milo's restaurant out there in Moody, Alabama, and also I believe it's the Huddle House. They serve tossed salads for $2.99.
I'm sure there's a story that goes along with that you can
there is
relay to all of our listeners out there at a later date.
There is, and we'll continue that conversation after this three-point shot on its way off the mark. No good. Rebound to ICC. Yet to reference that, though, my buddy, actually assistant SID Lee Adams, our buddy Matthew Little, and actually CJ Adams, who also works in community relations. They were going to somewhere, and they were passing through Moody, Alabama. And if Lee said it once, he said it about a dozen times. There was a Milo's in Moody, Alabama, and that's kind of been the running joke ever since, is that rebound or shooting shots no good, rebound to Lawson. So instead they go to, I believe, a Huddle House or maybe a Waffle House, and says somebody kind of sticks their head in the door, yells, hey, how much is your tossed salad? They yell back $2.99 and they leave. So shout out to my boy Potter. He said I wouldn't do that on the broadcast, so there you go.
Well, and you mentioned Waffle House in the state of Alabama this week after the Iron Bowl last week. You know, Gus Malzahn, big-time Waffle House proponent.
Yes.
Probably been a good week to have a Waffle House franchise down around Auburn, Alabama.
Good, no-look pass. Layup, though, is no good. Left it short. Rebound to ICC. Well, I tell you what, things on the court getting about as ugly as that story I just told. As now they're going to let it settle down a little bit, as ICC is going to trot it into the front court. 23-8 is your score. 8.5 to play here until halftime.
You see Lawson has settled back into what they want to run as a 2-3 zone. The problem is the forwards in that zone keep creeping out too far. They're leaving wide open threes for ICC. Luckily for Lawson, ICC hasn't knocked those down yet.
Yeah, that was a push in the back on Dunlap on that rebound, so that foul will go against ICC. Lady Indians sending in 4 substitutions here. Let's try to get those your way. I'll tell you what, let's just do this instead. Let's just go ahead and reset your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor here for ICC. I see Whitney Watkins. Number 5, Burgess. Number 13, that's Brownlee. 23 is Wilson. And number 12 is Overton. Those are your Coca-Cola 5 on the floor right now. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Coke, a longtime sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. 8 seconds now on the shot clock. ICC trying to get right back in that tough-nosed defense. Good little pick and roll. Jumpers off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, denied, but a foul.
Well,
got her with the body.
You see Keeley Wilson was in a spot there where she really could have turned, boxed out, and had an opportunity for a rebound. She didn't do that. Went up for the block instead, and I believe she got called for a foul.
So this is going to be Morstella back at the free throw line. Substitution coming into the game here is going to be number 32. That's going to be McNeely, the 6'1 freshman forward out of Mariana, Florida.
You know, Adam, one thing I noticed about this Lawson team is for a team out of Birmingham, They've got a lot of girls from different places. Tallahassee, Florida. They got a couple from Tallahassee, a couple from Atlanta, a Miami candidate, Decatur, Georgia, Marianna, Florida, like you mentioned. They've spanned the whole Southeast.
And, of course, that's an advantage that teams outside the MACJC have. They can go and get, if they want to get a team of nobody from Alabama on their roster, they can do that. And the MACJC, you're only limited to so many out-of-state / international players. So you're going to see a lot of them inside the state of Mississippi in the MACJC. Second free throw was no good. And it's 23-9 should be the score. Three-point is no good. Looks like right now ICC is kind of happy to settle with these three-pointers. They're shooting a lot more than they normally do.
Well, success on offense for ICC has been out in transition, all forced turnovers defensively. When they've had to run the half-court set, especially against that 2-3 zone, they haven't done a very good job. There, three-point basket by Nadia Cathy, and so far on the night, they have 12 points, and 7 of those have come from her.
So Lawson trying to climb their way back into the contest now. ICC with the basketball. Works it back up top, trying to work against that zone that's kind of packed in. Good high-low set. Foul on the play, as that is going to be number 12, Overton, going to the basket.
And, you know, that's the look you're wanting in that 2-3 zone is you're right there in the middle of that set. You had an open look, and instead of taking that shot, they dumped off inside. You got a foul. But later on in the night, when you get that look, you're going to have to take it. That inside bounce pass isn't always going to be there.
So ICC heading to the free throw line as this is Overton at the line. First free throw finds its way in. First basket in a while for ICC. They now double up Lawson by the score of 24-12. There's 6:59 to go until halftime. We do invite you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have some Sonic stats and more. Offensive rebound after that missed free throw. Nearly threw it away, but a good job by ICC keeping it. Looking for that backdoor pass. It wasn't there. Taken away by Lawson. Nicely done by the Lady Cougars. And then ICC, slapped it away, but ends up right in the hands of a Lady Cougar, and the layup is good. That was number 23 on the layup. And a big one there. That time looked like the ball just refused to go anywhere else other than in the goal for Lawson.
Good job by Morstella to get inside position there, put it in off the glass. And again, ICC gets that look right in the center of that zone. Get a couple of offensive rebounds, but they have not been able to finish from that hole right there in the middle. They're getting the look, haven't been able to put it in the hole.
Yeah, you got to finish those, especially from point-blank range that ICC had a couple times on that possession. But now if you're Lawson, though, you want to get a basket this trip now, and you got to stop. Floater is up, bouncing around, and good. That was number 4 with the basket. That's going to be Gaskin, and ICC is going to take a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 24-16 is your score. 6:08 to play here. It is a 30-second timeout. Let's hear from Coke and be back with more right after this.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading at 24-16, but Lawson slowly but surely clawing their way back into this one. Jordan, ICC, they've had some good looks. The iron, though, has been unkind.
Yeah, it's been in a soft 2-3 zone look from Lawson State. They're really giving ICC the logo for any type of floater or jump shot they want to take there, but the Indians not been able to knock one down. We'll see if they're able to get anybody open in the same spot here. It's been Zaire Burgess who's had those open looks. They just hadn't made it happen.
Foul on the play that time as Gandy drove to the basket. She dished it out, so it'll be on the floor. Got a little with a hand check foul there. And you just got a tough task whenever you're having to guard Jabria Gandy one-on-one. Typically, when you do guard a player like Jabria, you want to have a cheater, as they call on the backside, to help whenever she does get that first step by you. So ICC ball on the baseline. They're going to reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. That's a new rule this season. Inside 6 minutes to play now here in the second quarter. Lobbing inside, nearly turned over that time by ICC. Lady Indians get it back. Gandy with it, trying to go inside. Nothing there. Crosses over the defender, drives inside. Jumper in the paint. No. Rebound pulled down by Lawson State.
And that's the same thing. I mean, that's the spot in the 2-3 zone. You're trying to get the basketball. Eventually, you got to sink one of those.
And until you do, they're going to let you continue to shoot that shot as Lawson tried to get out in transition. ICC did a good job of getting back and forcing them to reset their offense. Oh, beautiful play as they send it inside. Shot, though, blocked by Watkins. Third block of the night for Whitney Watkins. Beautiful no-look pass. Layup is good.
Good job by Lawson State right there in the paint, switching that basketball around, knowing there's a double team, getting it to the open look, and easy lay-ins got them within 6 points. Trailed it by 16 points at the end of the first quarter. They're on a 16-1 run.
ICC with it now. And that's what we said. We knew this run was coming out of Lawson, a good basketball team that was going to find a way to get back in it. That time, wild shot put up, no good. Offensive rebound, though. And it's going to be another shot put up, and no, the iron continues to be unkind for the Lady Indians. Just couldn't make that one find its way home. Now here comes Lawson on the other end. Jumper is up, back iron, and there's a foul. I didn't hear the whistle.
Indians 0 of 10 from the floor so far in the second quarter.
Hey.
Shot at 11 of 20 in the first quarter, but 0 of 11 so far in the second quarter of the ball game.
And Lawson doing a good job of taking advantage of that right now as they're able to. Well, that's what we figured out, that referee. The player coming in, subbing into the contest, he's going to make her run back to the exact spot she ran in from. Just so.
Sometimes you got to show you're in charge out there. I don't understand that, but anyway.
So 4:48 to go here. 24-18. That free throw is off the mark, no good.
It's Rachel Davis at the line, 70% free throw shooter on the year. Missed that front end.
So waiting the free throw here. Southpaw taking a dribble. Spins and now ready to fire. And knocks it down. So here comes Lawson. 24-19. ICC with the lead. 4:48 to go here until halftime. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith bringing this action here on the ICC Sports Network. Lady Indians need to find a basket in a bad way. Gandy with it now. Going to dribble to her right side. Drops it off to Watkins. Watkins looking to go inside. Nothing there. They're packing in this zone until ICC starts knocking down some three-pointers consistently. They're not going to give it to them.
It's causing issues right now, Adam, as Mariah Holland there just fires one that's not catchable over into the corner, falls out of bounds, and that's exactly how Lawson State's got back into this game. They trailed at 23-7 at the end of the first quarter, but they've stuck into that zone. They've got some good looks in the half-court defense set. They've got it back to a 24-19 game.
4:22 to go here in the second quarter. Lawson with the basketball, trying to make this a one-possession game. With the basket this trip down the floor, looking to drive inside. Jumper from the key is up, bouncing around, no good. Offensive rebound, pulled down that time by Williams. Now ICC need to see if they can up the tempo a little bit. As they kick it out to Williams. Williams wanting to drive inside, spins. Turnaround jumper, off the mark, no good. The iron continues to be unkind here for ICC. Lawson getting down the floor, layup is up in and good. Lawson giving ICC a little bit of their own taste of their own medicine that time, getting out in transition and getting the basket.
That's a bad shot selection by Shemaya Williams on the offensive end. It leads to 2 easy points for Lawson. Back on the other side, just a basket that she threw up there, not on balance, and now it forced 2 points the other way, and now a turnover as you get it back on offense.
Well, everything going the way of the blue and gold here in the second quarter. They're down 24-21. 3.5 to play here until halftime. ICC need to find anybody that could find a basket. They're playing solid defensively. But let's give all the credit to Lawson. They've been able to come out and put their foot on the Indians' throat. Three-pointer is off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped out, and ICC finds it. Now here comes the Lady Indians trying to get out in transition. Gandy with it, drops it out wide. Williams wasn't ready for it and sends it out of bounds.
That's been the story of the second quarter so far. Just not very good looks on the offensive end to turn it over the basketball. Seen way too much of that, too careless with the basketball in hand so far in the second quarter of this one.
3:07 to play here until halftime. 24-21. ICC clinging to this three-point lead. As you said, they led as much as 16 at one point. And Lawson not going quietly into the night here in Fulton. Three-point basket from the corner. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Shot is up, and it's good. Another thing that Lawson's done a good job of, Jordan, has been able to crash the boards offensively, getting sometimes second, even third shot opportunities.
Saw an adjustment there between the first and second quarter. Didn't do that much early on, but so far in the second quarter, you've seen them really attack that glass, got some second chance buckets, and they've got it all the way back to within one.
Good give and go that time. ICC once again missing a layup.
ICC 2:25 to go in the second quarter, still awaiting their first field goal of the quarter.
So they're going to reset their shot clock. Yeah. So now they're going to.
Well, originally they said 23, and now they're going to say 17 seconds on the shot clock. I'm guessing did not touch the rim.
Right.
I don't know how they got from 23 to 17.
That's some of that Common Core new math.
That Common Core new math, yeah.
Speaking of that, I tried to help my buddy's little boy. We were going to Nashville, trying to help him with his math homework. And that wasn't good. But what was good was that layup there by ICC, as that breaks a long scoring drought there for the Lady Indians. Yeah, it was one of those where simple division could have got it. And I do the problem for him and said, this is the answer, dude. He's like, that's not how we do it.
Yeah, and they'll count it wrong.
Yeah. And there's going to be a foul. Easy call right there in front of the officials. That one's going against Williams.
Well, you know, if Williams doesn't foul there on that drive in, there's a good chance you're going to get a charge call because girl was set outside of that arc. It was coming right at her. She took the lick, but got fouled before it got there.
If you're listening here on the ICC Sports Network or watching somewhere on campus, we invite you to come out. Plenty of room left, a few seats there for anybody that would like to attend tonight's game, as that free throw is off the mark, no good. Lawson probably could be leading this game right now if they were shooting a little bit better from the free throw line.
There's no doubt about that. It's definitely been a tale of 2 quarters.
Waiting, the second free throw here is up in and good. Makes it a 2-point contest, 26-24 now is the score with 2 minutes of play here until halftime. ICC, if you're a Lady Indians fan, you'd love to see them go on a pretty strong surge here to end the quarter. Gandy with it now into the corner. Quick pass inside, turnaround jumper, up, bouncing around, no good. There is a lid on the basket here for the Lady Indians.
It's just been very difficult treading, trying to attack that 2-3 zone. They've switched between a 2-3 and a 3-2. That was more of a 3-2 look there. ICC tried to flood the court to the far side. Got a bit of a look, but still, when they've had that opening, they've not been able to put the ball in the goal.
That foul's going to be whistled on Dunlap, her second foul, team 5th foul. So we'll have free throws coming up here for Lawson. Well, we'll have one more opportunity for basketball here in the Davis Event Center before we wrap up the 2019 half of the season. That will be next Monday as we open North Division play against Northwest. We'll also recognize the 2019 MACJC softball championship team during the halftime of the men's game. They'll get their rings and a presentation before the game.
Got to see Coach Kirk today. Had a couple recruits on campus. Man, he's excited for this bunch coming up this next year as well.
1-point contest, 26-25, ICC with the lead. Lawson, can they find a way to claw their way back and take their first lead of the contest here late in the second quarter? Gandy with it. Looking to go to work, nothing there. Good defense on the part of Lawson. Now drops it off from the inside, drives inside, nothing there. Lawson, tenacious defense right now. Gandy driving inside, and she's going to be fouled on the way to the basket.
Yeah, definitely got clipped there. She was dribble driving, trying to get to that logo, getting in the teeth of that zone defense. But you can see the intensity defensively, both sides. It's been turned up.
Scarlett Guest will check into the contest for the first time tonight. This substitution being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street. He's my insurance guy. He should be yours too. ICC All-American in football. Joey Cox, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. That ball last touched by Lawson. 1:12 to go here, 26-25. ICC still hanging tight, but not by much to this lead here.
Yeah, at this point, Coach Porter's probably ready to get to the locker room and come up with a way to attack this zone defense they've seen. Another good look right there in the middle cannot go down for the Indians. Zaire Burgess has had 3 or 4 of those looks right from the logo and has not been able to knock them down.
Yeah, unfortunate foul call that time is going to be whistled on Pfeiffer. Really was no contact, just the young lady from Lawson when she jumped to get the basketball, didn't have her feet underneath her when she landed. The official that was kind of shaded from the call that time whistled the foul on Pfeiffer. And we're going to have a substitution here. This is going to be number 22, Sarah Freelow, back into the contest here for ICC. 1:06 to play as the free throw is up in and good. Guess what? Tie contest, 26-26. Lawson has slowly but surely fought their way back into this and a chance to take the lead here with this free throw. And they do. Big time comeback there for Lawson. They lead it by 1 now, 27-26 with 1:06 to go here until halftime. So Gandy with the basketball. Whatever adjustments Lawson made between the quarters, it has worked, and also has helped that ICC has went ice cold from the floor. Freelow with it, drops it off to Watkins. Deep 2 is on its way, no good. Gandy chasing down the rebound. Gandy going back to work now on the offensive side. Not a whole lot of movement against this zone.
Good pass.
Good pass, but there is a foul.
Well, that foul bailed Lawson State out there, but a great job by Tabria Gandy. She's able to see Whitney Watkins slashing off the far side towards the right side of the rim. Gets a good pass in there, forces a foul, and ICC a chance to tie this one up or take the lead with 41.5 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, that was just right on cue, too, because ICC kind of got stagnant on offense, not moving well. And that quick cut to the basket that time by Watkins was able to go in there and get that, get the foul. That first free throw, though, is no good.
First miss from the free throw line for Whitney Watkins on the year. She was 4 of 4 before that one. Needs to knock this one down here to tie it up. She does. We're tied at 27 with 41.5 seconds remaining.
ICC want to come out with a little bit of pressure here. First time tonight we've seen the full court press, and Lawson handles it without an issue. Drops it inside, and that should be a travel.
Well, they're going to call that a jump ball at him, but I don't know about that.
Well, the official on the far side of the floor called it a travel.
That's got to be the official on the far side over there. Is that ball? Ball was not knocked loose.
Well, the official for us on the far side did call a travel.
Well, it happened right in front of the guy on the far side over there. I don't know how the official underneath the basket's able to make that call.
That's not, yeah.
Well, the guy on the far side that made a call is standing with his hands on his hips, so.
Yeah, I'm going to say he was the one that initiated the call.
Yeah, nonetheless, that's terrible right there in a big spot in the game.
So Lawson going to lob it up. It's slapped away momentarily by ICC, but got it back. The layup is no good. Ball don't lie as that shot comes off the rim. No good. ICC, no shot clock. A chance to hold off for the final shot here in the first half. What a ball game this has been. Lawson trailed by 16, came back to take a 1-point lead. ICC is now tied it up 27-27. Gandy with the basketball. Going to try to go to work. Switches off the screen. Kicks it out to Guess. Guess, eyes, tries that three-pointer partially blocked. Loose ball on the floor. And we're going to start it in the first half like we started it. Tied. This time 27-27 is the score. Jordan, a tale of two quarters here.
Absolutely.
Just your thoughts on the first half.
Well, the first quarter was all ICC. They led 23-7 after the first quarter, but the Indians just didn't show up on the offensive end. In the second quarter, outscored by a score of 18-4. Excuse me, 20-4, that is. In the second quarter, it was that 2-3 zone. You know, they shifted back and forth into that 3-2 set. Lawson State on defense, and they really had their way with ICC offensively. I mean, ICC was able to score whenever they got the ball out in transition, but other than that, when they had to run a half-court set, it was slim pickings for the Indian offense.
Absolutely. Taking a look at some of those highlights here from the first half. ICC 27-27 here at halftime. Jordan, when you get a moment, if you could just kind of total up those stats and give us some of the stats that jump out at you scoring-wise.
I will work on that right here.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, folks, if you're watching here on Let's Go ICC TV, be sure and join us tomorrow also on our Facebook page as it's Giving Tuesday. And we'll have interviews on the radio at 101.9 FM at 9:06. We'll talk with ICC Director of Advancement Michael Upton about your opportunities to give here to ICC. It's Giving Tuesday, a national nonprofit day, encouraging people to give there. If you would like to contribute to ICC on Giving Tuesday, you can do so by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. You can tune in on Facebook, also on letsgoicctv.com, the Blue Channel. Starting at 9 o'clock, we're going to have 12 hours of programming. That will include our ICC Hour interview with Michael Upton. We'll also include some of our special interviews. We'll take a look at our PTK program. We'll also talk to two alumnus, Dee Stegall and, now her name has slipped my mind. Anyway, we'll have a couple of those interviews as well. Then we'll also take a look back at the championship ring presentation for the baseball team. Then we'll also go back to the MACJC championship softball game for the ICC softball team. And then, of course, we'll take a look at that thrilling win for the ICC football team over Northwest. That'll all run from basically 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night there on letsgoicctv.com, the Blue Channel, and on all of our Facebook channels as well there. So, yeah. So you got those Sonic stats ready?
Yeah, I got it ready for us right here. Taking a look at ICC, they shot at 11 of 20 in the first quarter, so a tick over 50%. 23 points in total for the Indians there, but they didn't shoot it anywhere close to that in the second quarter. Only scored 4 points over the course of the second quarter. Different story for Lawson State, as they shot at 3 of 13 in the first quarter, but shot at a much better clip, totaling 20 points in the second quarter, and got it to a score of 20-7 to 27 at the halftime break. Individually scoring, Whitney Watkins leads the Indians. She's 3 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 off the free throw line for a total of 8 points. Zuri Dunlap did not draw the start, came off the bench, has 4 points on 2 of 3 from the floor. Zaire Burgess, 1 of 2 from the floor for 2 points as well. Tabria Gandy started at the point guard spot. She's 3 of 7 from the floor for a total of 6 points. Sharia Williams, 1 of 4, 2 points. Sarah Freelo, 1 of 3 from the floor for 2 points as well. Shamaria Overton had 1 free throw, so 1 point on the night for her. And also Mariah Holland, 1 of 1 for 2 points. The only other person that got a shot up for the Indians in the first half was Keeley Wilson. She was a total of 0 of 6 from the floor, though there. Leading scorer for Lawson State, the Lady Cougars from the Birmingham area, was Nadia Cathy, a sophomore from there in Birmingham. She was 4 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 4 off the free throw line for a total of 11 points.
All right, and that's your first half scoring update being brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton. We're going to take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with the second half of action here from ICC. It's tied 27-27 here at the break.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup. Pizza.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
What's up, guys? So today I'm going to start filming for homecoming week. This whole week we're going to have a lot of really fun activities going on. Last night we had bingo. Tonight is the voice finale. Tomorrow night we're having a movie outside. It's going to be really fun. Can't wait to get through this week with you guys, so let's go. Okay, so we're about to head over to the Fine Arts building. The voice is going to start at 7, so we're going to go do the social media and just keep up with what's going on tonight. So let's go. We're voting right now.
And our winner for the night is Brianna.
Okay guys, the voice is over. I'm exhausted. I'm going to my room and we're gonna eat some spaghetti. Okay, it's homecoming week, day 3. Okay, so in honor of homecoming week, the BSU is having Connie's Fried Chicken for lunch today, and I'm so excited. So we're about to head over there right now, and we're gonna just eat some blueberry donuts, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, welcome to the BSU. Come on, get you some lunch. BC, what are you most excited for this week for homecoming?
That in 364 days we get to do it again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Every year is a great homecoming for us. Every year.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, so right now we are walking around campus in part of the Freedom Walk. So this is to kind of like bring a light to sex trafficking that kind of goes on all over the country and even in our community. So we're walking the campus right now. It's really hot outside, but we're shining the light on slavery. Hashtag End It Movement. What's up? Okay, so first off, I hope you like my shirt because if you can't tell, it's pink because I accidentally washed it with a red shirt, but you know how college goes. So I'm about to go to the CAF and I'm going to eat supper, and then me and some of my friends are going to go to the movie that Jake Hartfield and the student activities people are putting on. It's going to be Ferris Bueller's Day Off at 7 at the Crane Pavilion, and I'm excited. It's going to be a little bit cooler since the sun's going to be down, so let's get to it. Okay, today's the day. It's homecoming. The day that we've all been waiting for. The day that I've been vlogging this video for the whole week. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we're heading to the game right now. We got my cameras ready and we're excited. We're dressed up, dressed to impress for the student section. And it's going to be a great game. Hopefully we will win tonight. It smells really good outside. They're already cooking hamburgers. So let's just see what the night has to offer. I can't wait to video homecoming for you guys. Okay, so it's halftime score. It's 17-7. Indians are up. Hopefully it'll stay that way. We're about to watch the halftime show and it's homecoming. How do you feel?
I feel tired.
You feel tired? Me too.
Hot, sweaty, but it was all worth it.
It was all worth it.
Yeah, it was a great court, so we're
I agree. Guys, it has been a long week. Homecoming was awesome. We came out with a great win last night. Thank you guys for staying and watching with me. I hope you all have a great rest of the week and have a good fall break.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the second half of play here. 27-27 is the score. Lawson gets the ball to start with. ICC gets the ball to start with. Lawson nearly took it away. And there's a three-point basket knocked down by Whitney Watkins.
And right there in one basket, you got as many field goals and as many points as you had in the entire second quarter. Good look coming out for the Indians. Now dial up that intensity back on defense.
Now Lawson now with it on the other end, trying to match a three of their own, and they do. Big time answer there by Lawson. 30-30 now is the score, 9:26. A much different start to the third quarter as we saw in the start of both the first and second quarters. The ICC with it, Gandy with it now on the right wing. Inside they go, trying to force it up inside. Shot is well off the mark, no good. Partially blocked that time, tried to force it up, trying to draw the contact. Good job staying straight up defensively. Lawson on the other end, layup is no good, but that is going to be a foul called there on Tamoya Brownlee. Well, the way this Lawson team started the contest, they woke up in the second quarter and they rattled back here. And it looks like ICC, they're a little late coming out of the locker room to start the second half of play. And looks like they're still on their heels right now after getting popped in the jaw.
Came out hot, I thought, in the first quarter. They played very well defensively, got out in transition, scored a lot that way, but definitely cooled off on the offensive end and then stayed in the locker room a long time there, come back out, get thrust right back into the game. And you see they kind of just picked up right back where they were at.
Struggle still continuing from the free throw line for the Lady Cougars. The first one no good. We're waiting the second one here, and that one bouncing around the iron kind as it finds its way home. Lawson retakes the lead now, 31-30, tying their largest lead of the night. So ICC with the basketball. This is Gandy. Looking to go inside, a little high-low set, baseline jumper on its way, bouncing around, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no. And it's going to be a rebound, fought for it. It's going to be a jump ball.
Well, the Indians are doing a good job, again, getting in position on the offensive glass, but it's been that putback right there underneath the arc that's giving the Indians trouble.
So Lawson's ball now. ICC looks like they're going to try to come out and force the issue a little bit with the press here. Lawson with it, dribbling it now, looks across the floor. Good job being patient. 2 passes and they break it. Going to turn into a layup on the other end and a hard foul, that time by Pfeiffer. And that's going to send Lawson back to the free throw line. Well, Lawson still firing on all cylinders here to start the third quarter.
That's, my count is correct. That's Lamayan Pfeiffer's 3rd foul. With 8:41 to go in the third quarter. So see Sarah Freelow come to the check-in table here, and that's probably going to be all we see of Pfeiffer for a little while.
Free throw off the back iron, no good.
Well,
okay. I'm not going to let him. And second free throw is good. Now, I do think that might be a new rule this year because we ran into that at ASU Mid-South. I don't think they can let them sub. Or they said for some reason you can't sub in between free throws.
What sense does that make?
I don't know.
If you miss the second free throw, you don't get the sub whatsoever.
Exactly.
What happens if you got somebody with 4 fouls and they come down and get an offensive foul called them on the other end? You're trying to get them out of the game.
That's the reason why I said it didn't make a whole lot of sense then, and it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense now. ICC with the basketball now, trying to find the tying shot.
Where's the foul call there?
And it's going to be a jump ball on the floor here. And
I'll tell you what, our guy under the goal, if he's going to blow the whistle, needs to blow it. Because I can't hear him.
This is a good point. And I think Coach Porter, the words she just said really kind of sums up the Lady Indians right now. She just looked at him, she's like, what are we doing?
They almost look at him, and we talked about that at the halftime break, like they've not seen a 2-3 zone before. I mean, they've struggled. They've got some good looks around the logo, but they've really struggled.
And the referees are having a little conversation here above the three-point line. And they're going to reset the shot clock to 30 seconds. I guess what they're going to say is that Lawson possessed the basketball, ICC, and
good play.
Oh, nice job that time.
Good screen up at the free throw line. Freelow rolls to her left and gets an easy look off the glass. And sometimes you get that look off an inbounds pass. That'll get you a little bit of momentum offensively.
32-32 is your score. But to go back and explain to fans why the shot clock reset was the fact that they say Lawson possessed the ball, ICC then tied it up. And so that's the reason why the shot clock reset. That shot too hard that time. Rebound tipped out by Gandy, collected by Brownlee, and now ICC with it. 32-32 is your score. 7:50 to play here in the first half. ICC now dribbles it into the corner. 3-point basket on its way. Good.
There's Whitney Watkins again. And on a night where you've struggled to score against a 2-3 zone, if you can hit a couple of those 3-point baskets and break that could really give this game a different look, different feel. Good job by Watkins, her second 3-point basket of the second half.
Big basket there. Nice spinning move that time. As the shot is up, no good. Big, strong rebound by Sarah Freelow. So, yeah, a little shake and bake, but nobody there to help that time for Lawson. Now here comes ICC. Running shot in the paint. Kiss off the glass is good.
Good job there, Keeley Wilson. And suddenly, ICC a little bit of momentum on the offensive end. It all goes back to what you do on defense. Defense translates the offense. The Indians have done it 2 possessions in a row.
ICC with their largest lead of the second half now at 37-32. Hey, real quick shout out to Morville Middle School as they're here tonight watching the basketball games.
Foul's going to go on Tamoya Brownlee. I believe that's 3 on her as well.
Yep, 3 on there. So we're talking about the Morville Middle School, maybe some future Indians over there watching the basketball game. If you'd like to be a future Indian, you still got time to sign up for classes next spring. Visit apply.iccms.edu, apply.iccms.edu. From now until December the 18th, however, you can come to the Fulton or Tupelo campuses. Go to the student services buildings there, and you can sign up for classes once again for the spring semester. That's through December the 18th, and it's open all the time at apply.iccms.edu.
We'd love to see you. I'd love to have you on campus.
I'm
Absolutely.
doing your job.
You're doing the job. I'll give a little pitch in there, but we'd love to have you on campus. Great things going on. I tell people all the time, Adam, no matter what it is you think you may want to do in life, whether it's college for the first time, make an adjustment, career change, whatever it may be, we've got something to offer you here on this campus.
Baseline drive by Gandy, goes inside, layup too strong, gets her own rebound again, and is going to dribble this one back out.
Man, she's tough.
She is. This ball into the corner. Watkins nearly traveled. Runs inside. Her shot's no good, and she gets her own rebound again. Did not hit the the rim, so you're going to have to hurry here. Gandy with the basketball. I don't know that she recognizes it now. Going to have to hurry. Up and under move. Shot is no good, but there's another rebound by ICC. Layup is good.
Great job by Shemaya Williams. The wherewithal to know where to be at the time. Catch the rebound, straight back up with it off the glass, and extends the Indian lead back to 5 points.
Drive inside, a lot of contact, no foul call. Put back is up and count the basket on the second attempt that time, as that is going to be McNeely, who got the rebound, gets the putback, and she'll go to the line for a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Indians didn't get back on defense very good that time. And you've seen both teams try to take advantage of that the other way, and that time it pays off for Lawson State. They get the bucket and a chance to get a free throw right here from 32, Sheila McNeely. Get them back within 2 points.
So McNeely to the free throw line is up, and that one back iron no good. Boy, I tell you what, when Lawson goes back and looks at this game, they're going to see a lot of missed opportunities at the free throw line, and that's going to kind of haunt them over the next week.
Well, 3 of 6 only in the third quarter. They were 8 of 12 in the first half, so definitely leaving some points out there on the stripe.
Williams with the basketball, had it slapped away. Freelow coming up, and that's going to be a jump ball, and it will be in possession of Lawson that time. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Timeout taken here by Lawson State. 39-36, ICC with the lead. 5:32 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a break, and let's hear from Cagle Eye Center, and back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 39-36 coming out of the timeout. 5:32 to go here in the third quarter. Jordan, your thoughts so far in the second half?
Well, it looks like the Indians have come out with a little better game plan as far on how to attack the 2-3 zone that you've seen from Lawson State, but it's definitely been on the back of Whitney Watkins, who drilled 2 3-point baskets early on in the quarter, and that definitely will loosen up a zone defense. We saw that happen. Indians been able to attack it a little bit better, dialed up the intensity on defense again, and hopefully we got this thing trending back how we had it in the first quarter. Quick turnover there, forced by the Indians.
ICC out in transition, trying to go backside. You got to be ready for the basketball there. Maybe one of those that Gandy probably should have laid it up instead of trying to make that extra pass.
Yeah, had 3-on-2 in transition, and Gandy throws it kind of late in there to Whitney Watkins off the left side. Watkins maybe not ready for it. It goes out of bounds, turnover, and now you just got to get back on defense and do it all over again.
5:15 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with a 39-36 lead, and once led this game by 16. Lawson with an impressive second quarter offensively and defensively to be able to climb back in this thing, tie it up 27-27 at the break.
Indians have fallen into a little bit of a zone themselves. Travel call, forced a turnover with it.
Kind of caught them by surprise that time in the zone, so a good job coming out there, forcing the turnover, and ICC getting the ball back. So, Lady Indians, you got to take advantage of these turnovers here. Turn turnovers into points to see if you can get a little bit more distance between you and the Lady Cougars here. We do welcome those that are watching in favor of the Lady Cougars this evening. If you're watching, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know at Let's Go ICC.
Good pass there by Tabria Gandy. Throw it right there off the backside shoulder of Sarah Freelow. Allow her to one dribble off the glass, lay it in. Nice looking play design there from Tabria Gandy inside to Freelow.
The pride of Tupelo coming in with that basket there for Sarah Freelow. Makes it a 41-36 advantage here in favor of the Lady Indians. Lawson needing a basket in a big way here. 3-point basket on its way. Deep, no good. Actually comes up at short. Air ball, saved it in bounds. Saved to ICC. Now here come the Lady Indians, wanting to get out in transition. Gandy challenging, spins inside, puts the shot up. She's fouled. Nearly had a chance to put the ball back in after losing handle of the basketball in the contact. But instead now we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that's going to be the second foul that is on Kathy. I thought it was the third. Nadia Kathy comes in as the leading scorer for Lawson State at 13.1 points per game. She gets called for a second foul there. First free throw from Gandy up is no good. She'll have a second one upcoming.
Well, free throws are not been the friend of either team tonight.
No, and neither team has shot it very well on the year, Adam. Lawson State at 64.5%, ICC only at 61.2%. So definitely room for improvement both ways.
Empty trip from the line that time for Gandy. 41-36, 4:05 to play here in the third quarter. ICC with the lead, Lawson with the basketball. Lawson dribbling over now, trying to find a weak side of that zone, looking for the skip pass. It goes out of bounds back to ICC.
And a good job by the Indians defensively as they're showing a lot of different looks. You've seen the half-court man-to-man. You've seen the full-court press drop into a man. You've seen it several times, a full-court press drop back into a zone. That time, the zone defense forces a turnover. And definitely have Lawson State scratching. Don't know what's coming on each possession.
Lady Indians with it, near travel. Yes, it is a travel, and they're going to call it. I was going to say, wow, we got away with one there. But instead, the late whistle, the correct whistle on the travel call. Well, as we said, ICC only one more home game. That's going to be next Monday when we open North Division play against Northwest. You can watch that game here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel. They'll be on the road Thursday night at Gadsden State. We will not have a broadcast. Gadsden from time to time has broadcast in the future. We'll try to find out for sure on that. So Lawson with the basketball now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Good, tough defense out of the Lady Indians. Not really letting them get any type of penetration towards the basket. We'll have to force up a wild three-pointer, and then
where in the world did that? I'm sorry, Adam, but I have no idea where that foul call came from.
And it's called on Whitney Watkins, and
My
Watkins,
goodness,
I think equally as surprised on that call, and a bell out there, and 3 free throws coming up here, and that's going to be the first foul on Watkins.
Well, that's a great defensive possession. You switch off a screen, do a good job. Watkins comes in to get a hand in the face, and I don't know about that one.
So three free throws coming up here for Lawson. First one, back iron, no good. You know, that's what you call a guilty conscience free throw.
She knew she didn't deserve it, so she throws one off the back iron, huh?
Yep.
Let's see if she does it again here.
And that one, nothing but the middle. So there might have been a little contact now since she made that one nothing but net. That was my old high school coach. He would work the officials over pretty good. And if they would call a questionable foul and didn't necessarily agree with it, so if they go 1 for 3 from the line after a questionable call, he would just look at them like, yep, a guilty conscience free throws.
You know, they say the ball don't lie most of the time.
So 3 minutes of play now here in the third quarter. ICC with a 41-37 lead. This is Gandy trying to drive baseline, stops and goes, puts the jumper up, a lot of contact, no foul call. Ball last touched out of bounds by ICC.
Just not a very good look offensively there for ICC. You know, you got a 30-second shot clock, and if you force one like that, only about 10 seconds into the clock, you can't help but think that you probably could have worked it around a little bit more.
2:50 to play now here in the third quarter. ICC maintaining this 41-37 advantage here over Lawson State. We do invite you to stay tuned. Following this game, it'll be the guys' game coming your way tonight. So you want to be sure and stick around for that one. 3-point basket on its way, no good. Williams gets big and gets the rebound. And a big stop there by ICC after the miss on the other end. Lady Indians with the basketball. Try to feed it inside, telegraphed the pass, and Lawson State stepped in front of that one. Now here come the Lady Cougars in transition. Nice no-look pass. Missed the layup. Was able to get it back, just throws it up before she travels. Lawson gets it and puts it in.
Well, the Indians have been careless with the basketball on their end. A couple turnovers there on passes that really had no business being thrown into the post. That one there leads to 2 points, and suddenly you look up and you got a 2-point game again.
Gandy drives inside, couldn't get the shot to fall, but she does draw the foul.
She wanted that one.
Well, you have to have those type of players, like you have Gandy. Sometimes when the team is struggling, you just got to kind of put them on your back and take them. And that's what she tried to do on driving to that basket. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Well, you've noticed, especially in the teeth of that defense, Lawson State, every time you drive it in there, they're swatting at it. They're trying to block shots. So, you know, a 5'3" frame like Debria Gandy has, drive it in there if you're careful. Good chance of drawing a foul call. She's done that. Now we need her to sink some free throws. That's been the issue so far tonight.
Gandy's first free throw, no. 0 for 3 from the free throw line here is Gandy. And, again, as we said it and you said it earlier, neither of these teams really anything to write home about from the free throw line.
Yeah, as we said, ICC's only shot it at 61% on the year. No better than that whatsoever tonight as she knocks in the back end. Only 1 of 4 off the free throw stripe tonight, though, for Debria Gandy.
42-39, 2 minutes to play now here in the third quarter. Lawson with the basketball and in a good possession this trip down the floor. What looked to be a blowout has turned into a really good contest. Beautiful extra pass, though. Layup no good. Offensive rebound put back, partially blocked by Freelo, and the loose ball to the Lady Indians. Well, they let them get away with a little bit of contact that time, did they? Did ICC as a drive inside for Watkins and count the basket.
How about Whitney Watkins? A little pump fake, dribble drive off the right side, and she finger rolled that one in there, Adam.
And that might be an early nominee for our Wada Play Wednesday presented by Renaissance Bank this week. Layup on the other end, though, is good. So a nice answer on the part of Lawson to get that one to fall. Lawson falling back in that 2-3 zone. Ball slapped away out of bounds.
You know, Lawson, they've gone to that exclusively. Didn't see it a ton there in the first quarter, but over the course of the end of the first quarter, the second quarter, and through the third quarter, it's been exclusively 2-3 zone. And ICC, they've definitely struggled with it.
Absolutely, as there's 1:11 to play here in the third quarter. I got my nurse Madison Haley coming to the rescue.
Jack of all trades behind us here.
She is. She is the voice of Wada Play Wednesday. You want to be sure and check that out on this Wednesday.
That pass there to Whitney Watkins, that's looking for some steam on it. She's open in the corner. She's a good three-point shooter from that spot. She needs the basketball in a hurry. You can't lob it in there.
Gandy going to have to force up a shot here. 2 seconds and not going to be able to do it. As
shot clock has 0 on it.
So basically, this is just a technicality if it's going to be a shot clock violation here. And
well, I think Lawson State's got a good argument there. When it's got 0, it is supposed to blow. So this is going to be a quick trigger.
And here's the thing. The thing about it is you do, yes, it shows 0. Sometimes it could be like 0.8.
Right.
So either way it goes, it should be one of those where like, okay, Lawson, you can just have the ball. And there is the shot clock violation as they did lob it in.
Adam, this is an important 47 seconds right here remaining in the third quarter. 44-41, ICC leads, but whoever can take this lead into the fourth quarter is going to feel like they've got a little bit of momentum. That could pay a long way over the course of those last 10 minutes.
Lawson drives inside. Jumper from the free throw line is up in and good. A big basket there for the Lady Cougars. Makes it a 1-point contest, 44-43. There's about a 3.5 second difference in the shot clock and the game clock.
I still think you want to take as much time off the clock as you can right here. As you want to get a good look, but you don't want to give Lawson State a good look either.
Watkins for 3.
And that's what I meant by a good look there. For the third time in the third quarter, Whitney Watkins off the near side elbow fires in a 3. Good.
Big basket there. Now here comes Lawson with it. 5 seconds. Going to kick up the jumper, and it's going to be back iron, no good. The tip is not there. And we played 3 in Fulton. 47-43, ICC with the lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one brewing here tonight. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to action. 47-43 is the score. ICC with the basketball to start the fourth quarter of play here. It's been a really good contest. ICC jumped out to a 16-point lead in the first quarter. Drive to the basket, no. couldn't get it to fall. But then Lawson, what an impressive second quarter, held ICC, I think, to only 3 points in the second quarter, was able to battle back and force us into a tie. And this thing's going back and forth. ICC's maintained the lead for the most of the second half, but Lawson staying within striking distance. So ICC back to the free throw line. This is going to be Gandy. Gandy's first free throw, no good. That one just did not look good off the release that time.
Gandy only 1 of 4 off the free throw line tonight. Make that 1 of 5 after that miss. Needs to sink this one here.
Second free throw, and
Not
that
able
one
to
no
do
good.
so.
Offensive rebound, put back, no. There was a lot of contact, no foul call. And now here comes Lawson on the other end. Doesn't have numbers, and that's going to be a jump ball, and yes, it is. Good call that time. ICC fans wanting to travel, but she did grab the basketball, did ICC.
Yeah, right call there.
Yeah,
right call.
See, we can fuss at them, and
We'll agree.
We can give them props when they make the correct call. Looking to go backside. The shot is up, no good, but there is a foul on ICC.
That's a good-looking inbounds play as they rotate it to the backside, get the ball in, and good chances when you get it right there on that opposite block on the inbounds play, you're usually going to get points or you're going to get a foul. That time they go foul variety, and it feels like the entirety of the game, Sheila McNeely has found herself on the free throw line. She's back again for the 5th time tonight.
McNeely's first free throw, nothing but the bottom of the net that time. Makes it a 3-point contest, 47-44. 9:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. As that shot no good, rebound ripped down that time by the Lady Indians. Well, Jordan, there's still a lot of time to play, but both these teams right now need to value each possession, each shot. And that time, just an unfortunate shot couldn't find its way in for the Lady Indians.
Keeley Wilson right there off the logo. I mean, 6 or 7 times tonight, the middle of that 2-3 zone, ICC's had a good look. And I can't remember them hitting one from that spot yet, Adam.
Three-pointer on its way from Lawson. That one's short, no good, and goes out of bounds back to the Lady Indians.
That was 22, Rachel Davis that time on the three-point shot.
The southpaw couldn't get that one to fall. Would have been a big basket. Would have tied us up. 47-44, ICC with the lead. Need to find their way back into this one here. Well, not find their way back into this one, but find their way, I guess you could say, a rhythm into the offensive end. This zone from Lawson has caused ICC all sorts of problems, and there's another turnover.
And that's the spot right there. As you get the ball to the center of the floor, that typically means your center person is open on one side. That time she was open. She's waiting on the ball, late getting it in there. Turns over, push it to the other end, foul call against ICC, and that's just what happens. Turnovers usually lead to bad defensive possessions.
Yeah, Dunlap call for the foul there. That's going to be her third. So with 8:53 to go here, the pace of this game has slowed down dramatically.
Absolutely. Yeah, lots of fouls been called. Lots of fouls in the third quarter, and it looks like through 1 minute and 7 seconds here in the fourth quarter, we're in store for some more of the same.
So to the free throw line. This is number 22, I believe, Davis, and misses that one.
You know, both of these coaches are going to look at film after this game, and they're going to realize if we would have shot 60% off the free throw line, we would have won this thing by double digits more than likely. Neither way are they finding much success off the free throw strike.
That second free throw was good, 47-45 now, 8:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. Who wants it more, ICC or Lawson State? We'll find out as this game continues. Lady Indians with the basketball, trying to go inside. Kicks it back out to Watkins. Watkins driving baseline. Great defense to take that away from her and force them to back it back out and reset. Williams crosses over the defender. Step back jumper for the southpaw. Back iron, no good.
Good move, good open look for ICC. Just not able to sink it down. And then in transition, that's a bad foul against Whitney Watkins.
Yeah, because it's putting them a little bit closer to getting to the free throw line. That is going to be her third foul. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here taken by ICC. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. Here from Little Caesars and more. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network. 47-45 ICC with the lead.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. 47-45, ICC with the lead. Lawson with the basketball. 8:28 to go here. Jordan, let's put the coaching shoes on you. If you're ICC, what do you got to do to find a way to win this one?
Well, I think the key to these last 8 minutes, Adam, is going to be, can you finish those looks you're getting on the offensive end? I mean, you're getting looks from the logo. You're having opportunity to switch the basketball and haven't been able to do it. You've been slow getting rid of it. But getting turnovers and scoring in transition is how you got the big lead in the first quarter. If you can pick that up, you'll be in a good spot. They had a chance there and weren't able to do it.
Looks like Watkins was shaking up on the play.
Don't know why he blew it dead.
She was trying to reach down and tie her shoe is what it was. And that just stopped the play.
I think her shoe just came untied.
That's all it was. She was reaching down to tie her shoe, so it just kind of inverted whistle that time by the referee. So ICC will have it 22 seconds on the shot clock, 8 minutes to play in the contest. Williams with the basketball. Swings it back up top to Gandy. Gandy looking to go inside, nothing there. Out to Watkins now. Watkins goes inside. This is Freelo. Freelo trying to go to the backside on the pass. It's not there. Coming into your living room, or our living room, I should say.
It's about to be in your lap right there is where it was coming. Right at that nice computer you're sitting behind.
Yeah. I was not paying attention.
Not paying attention, huh?
But either way it goes, we're safe here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Join us all day tomorrow as there's a deep three-pointer on its way. No good in the rebound, and that should be a shot clock violation. Yeah, I'm going to say
I don't think it hit the rim.
No, it did not hit the rim.
I think it got up at the top of the glass, but I'm not sure it ever got on the rim.
Yeah, but say it never got the rim that time. So a tough break there for the Lady Indians. Good call that time by the referees.
Yeah, for those at home, we have had some shot clock issues tonight. We're having to manually operate that from the scorer's table here. So
now Lawson with the basketball. They trail by 2, 47-45. 7:23 to go here. Long three-pointer off the mark, no good. Rebound, tipped, and controlled by Lawson. Good job hustling to the basketball that time by the Lady Cougars. Three-pointer on its way, yes! Deep three knockdown that time, and it's a one-point contest. Back to Lawson here, 48-47, 7:02 to go in the contest.
Keep giving them open looks out there from three-point range. They're going to knock them down. That's what Rachel Davis was able to do there. Ball ends up in her hands as she steps into a three-point basket and gives the Lady Cougars the lead back with 6:53 to go.
Ball was slapped out of bounds, last touch by Lawson State. Williams will be set to key this one inbounds, does so to Freelo. Freelo skip pass to Watkins. Watkins drives inside, now drops it off to Gandy. Gandy back out to Watkins. Quick three, no answer on the other end. That one partially blocked. And now here comes Lawson. ICC not getting back defensively. And they throw that one inside, and a hard foul that time, but no whistle, and ICC takes a big break there.
I guess they're going to say there's three people fighting for the basketball there. A lot of contact, but it goes off Lawson out of bounds, and the Indians get a out of jail free card there.
I think what it was, the referee was just not in position to be able to see that one well enough to call the foul. So either way it goes, a big-time break there for ICC. Freelo with the basketball. She's going to see a trap, dribbles away from it. Back to Gandy now here on the left wing. Williams with it, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Williams drives inside, dumps it off to Freelo. Freelo wasn't ready, and if you're Williams, you got to put that shot up because Freelo was trying to get position to get the rebound in case of a miss that time, so a tough break there for the Lady Indians.
Freelo's done a good job tonight of getting into position, but had some trouble finishing on the offensive end, specifically right there in the paint. I mean, there's been several looks right there in the paint for the Indians tonight, and they have not been able to consistently finish it right there.
6:11 to go here, 48-47, ICC trailing Lawson State. Lawson being a much more patient on the offensive attack this time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer from the corner is off the mark, no good. Freelo had the rebound, had it stripped away. Now here comes Lawson, gets it back. Try to go backside with it. Good help defense by ICC to force him back out. Inside drive, nice extra pass, layup is good.
Well, that's what happens when you give a team an extra possession is you force a bad three-point shot, have a chance for a rebound, hits you right in the hands. You don't capitalize on that, give them the basketball back. And suddenly they have their biggest lead of the night, 3 points with 5:30 to go.
Yeah, ICC needs a basket in a big way here. Trying to feed it inside, nothing there. Lawson taking away all entry points as inside they go, and that's going to be a jump ball or a foul.
They're going to call a foul on it.
Okay.
It looked like she had the basketball. I was waiting on it to be a jump ball call, but they're going to say 3. Nadia Cathy is going to get called for a hold. That's going to be her 4th foul. No, just 3. Just 3. I had her with 3 already, but apparently that's just her 3rd.
Well, Lawson's coach coming over, Tiffany Frederick, pleading her case, thought it was a jump ball as well.
She had an argument.
And that time just a bad entry pass taken away by Lawson now. It's going to turn into a 3-on-1 opportunity. Gandy's going to go back and stops him for a moment, then loses it out of bounds. What a great play by Gandy that time. Sort of forced her to get in an awkward position, didn't want to travel, tried to throw it up, lost a handle on it, and ICC gets it back.
Some sloppy play both ways down the stretch here. Two teams fighting for a win. 5 minutes to go here in the Davis Event Center. 50-47, Lawson State on top.
Lady Indians just need a basket. Don't need a 3 to tie it up, but there's Gandy. She wants to take it. That one well off the mark, no good, and the rebound to Lawson State. Well, ICC's just starting to settle for these low percentage shots on their last few possessions. Lawson, however, has been able to knock those shots down. Fighting a pair of Indians fighting over the rebound, and it turns into a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of ICC.
Just discombobulated on both sides offensively. I can't tell if it's good defensive play or just bad offensive play both ways. It's definitely been a lot of the same on each side of the court.
So it looks like Lawson is going to take a timeout. Full timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. Let's hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this. ICC trails it 50-47 with 4:46 to play.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
And welcome back to action. ICC trailing at 50-47 out of the timeout. 4:46 to play here. Lady Indians need to find something offensively, Jordan.
Yeah, they've struggled tonight, Adam, against this 2-3 zone. It's a look they haven't seen a lot so far on the year, and they've had some looks in the half-court set, have not been able to sink them consistently.
And they've just settled for a three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer, and it's not falling. So another missed 3 there for ICC. Lawson a chance to continue to build on this three-point advantage, 50-47. Three-pointer on the other end, high arching shot, no good. Rebound to Williams.
Yeah, by comparison, ICC scored 23 points on 11 of 20 from the floor in the first quarter, and since then, they've only scored 24 points.
Well, a big basket there for ICC. As the iron extremely kind that time as that one found its way in. Makes it a one-point contest, 50-49 with 4 minutes to play.
There's Whitney Watkins with a steal out in front.
Watkins going to drive in, left-handed layup, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no. You got to finish those. You got to know that the contact is coming. Go strong to the basket and finish those layups.
Zaire Burgess is going to play a big role in how this game ends. She's playing that 4 spot out there, that power forward. That's usually who you're going to see get open against that 2-3 zone around that logo area or on a back screen down around the basketball goal. And she's had some looks so far tonight, has not been able to sink them, but over the course of the next 350, she's going to have some more looks. As that foul goes against Diamond Morstella, that's her 4th of the night. So foul trouble starting to creep up on Lawson State.
Free throw is good for ICC. Tie contest. Well, that's what we said. Neither one of these teams shoot the free throws well, so whoever can maybe get hot down the stretch from the free throw line could find a way to win this one. Burgess' second free throw, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and ICC has battled back now to take a 51-50 advantage. ICC want to get out a little bit of a token press here, or maybe just go a full court man-to-man, make them work the ball up the floor.
That was big for Burgess on the free throw line. Only 2 of 7 so far on the year, but she goes 2 for 2 there. Gives Lady and Indians back a 1-point lead.
Little pick and roll action there. Great job by Pfeiffer to break it up and eventually found the loose ball. And Pfeiffer's just have to give it back to Burgess. ICC's going to have to hurry. Got to get it across the floor. 3 seconds left, and they do. Williams throws it away from the double team. Gandy drives inside. Floater in the paint. Bouncing around, no good. Pfeiffer there for the rebound. Put back, yes!
Good job by Pfeiffer. Blocks out her girls. Able right there to take that rebound. Does the right thing. Goes right back up with it. And extends the lead for the Indians.
Layup on the other end is good. Big answer there for Lawson. Keeps the lead at 1 for ICC.
They just drove it right back down the Indians' throat right there. Just took it from the inbound, ran past all 5 gray jerseys all the way to the goal and laid it in.
Yeah, you got to get back if you're ICC defensively after a made basket. Burgess with it. Tries to go high-low to Pfeiffer. Good job by the Lawson player, just kind of baiting her to throw it underneath that time. Was able to jump in front of it. Good defense.
Lawson has seen ICC rotate back to that near side block. That time they anticipate it, they jump the pass, and an easy turnover forced for the Lady Cougars.
Lawson with the basketball. There's 2:28 to go here in the contest. And then we've got a timeout taken here by Lawson. 2:24 to go here. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. ICC leads at 53-52. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC with a 53-52 lead. 2:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jordan, this one far from over.
See what they drew up as far as an inbounds play right here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They inbounded over into the corner, but got to make something happen in a hurry.
They do kick it out. Spot up three-pointer on its way. Yes, big-time basket there. ICC just could not rotate over quick enough. And now it's 55-53 in favor of Lawson State. Back and forth we go in this one.
And what a time for Jakina Hines to show up and make her first basket of the night. Way too much room, wide open 3 to give her ladies back the lead.
Williams wants the answer halfway down, knowing the rebound to Lawson. Now here comes the Lady Cougars in transition. That's going to be a kick ball out of bounds. Last touch by ICC.
ICC just did not do a good job getting out there, close out defensively. They just left her wide open for that 3-point bucket. That's what you can't do late in the game.
1:51 to play. ICC cannot get there. Nice inbounds play on the part of Lawson. 4-point contest, 57-53. 1:43 to play. Now if you're ICC, you can't afford to come up empty on these trips. Gandy trying to cross over the defender. Nice job defensively to stop that one. Williams with the basketball. Watkins now, who's been hot tonight, drops it off to Gandy. Gandy working now with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to drive inside. Had the ball stripped away. Good defense on the part of Lawson. Now Lawson in transition. Layup is up and good. 6-point contest. ICC needs a timeout. We're going to take it with them. 1:17 to play here. 59-53. Cougars on a roll. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. There's 1:17 to play. Momentum wearing blue and gold right now as ICC trails it 59-53. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith coming to you tonight. And Jordan, ICC, they've got to value this possession big time here.
This is a must-have point possession right here with 1:10 to go in the game. They've had looks against this 2-3 zone, have not been able to capitalize, but too late not to capitalize now.
Turn around the paint, the basket is good. Big basket there for the Lady Indians. Now if you're ICC, you got to come up with a stop inside a minute to play.
Got to play sound defensively, cannot foul a long way from the basket.
Gandy coming up and extending a lot of that pressure far away from the basket now. On the left side of the wing, Lawson has it. Trying to work off a screen, does so. Looking for that give and go, picked up nicely that time by ICC. Lawson resets now, 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Can't foul late in the shot clock right here, Adam, that's the key.
Nearly turn it over, turns into a three-pointer, halfway down, no good. Rebound, tip, fought for it, Lawson finds it. And a timeout taken here by Lawson. Oh, what a tough break. Gandy was playing tough, denying the shooter the basketball. We'll keep it here during this timeout. It was denying the shooter the basketball. Didn't see that it came loose. By the time she did, it was a little bit too late, came a mad scramble. They hoisted up a quick shot, and they just so happened to be just about an inch tall enough to get that rebound. And now with 28 seconds or 27 seconds to play, 4-point lead here. If you're ICC, you got to put them on the line.
That's one of those possessions where you're playing so intently on defense, you're so focused on being on your person doing what you're supposed to do that you're not aware enough to see where that basketball comes rolling your way. They did everything right defensively, force up a bad shot, and they're able to Lawson State's able to wrestle away the offensive board. And that's one you hate to see. Now with 27.8 seconds remaining in the contest, you try to force a turnover right here. If you don't get it immediately, you've got to put them on the line. If there is a silver lining here, it's that Lawson State's only shot at 60%, roughly 60% off the free throw line for the year, probably around the same clip tonight. The free throw line's not been very kind to them, so they've struggled there. Get them there, force a miss, 4-point game. You're definitely not out of it yet.
Absolutely. Remind you to join us tomorrow on our Facebook pages and Let's Go ICCTV.com, the Blue Channel, as it'll be Giving Tuesday. If you would like to give to Itawamba Community College, visit iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. You can do that and be part of Giving Tuesday. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, use the hashtag #TheBestGiveHere.
That's 5 seconds. Yeah, great job by ICC defensively. That's exactly what you're talking about. You got to first force a turnover or foul. They're able to force that 5-second count. Coach Porter's going to burn a timeout and discuss what they want to do. Nonetheless, you've got to get points, got to get it quick.
Time on the floor, we'll take it with them. ICC trailing by 4, 27.8 to play.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Well, ICC takes the timeout to advance the ball to beyond midcourt here. 27.8 seconds to play. ICC with no timeouts left, Jordan, so they're going to have to find a way to get a basket, get a stop, and then see if they can get something else happen here. And this 27.8 seconds left in the contest. It's not over with, but ICC's got to dig deep here. Williams to inbounds in front of us. Does so in a hurry here. Gandy with the basketball now. Gandy spins and loses the basketball, and it's going to be, wow, the quickest jump ball.
Man, that's quick.
And hopefully the arrow, no, is not in favor of ICC.
You got a full-court press right here if you're ICC. You got to try to force that turnover again.
And if you don't get it right away, you do have to foul in a hurry, and they nearly take it away now if you're ICC. Now there's a steal! Gandy gets it. She's fouled.
That's the best situation you could ask for. That's what you want, trailing 2 scores with 17 seconds left. You want to score with no time running off the clock. They're going to put Tabria Gandy on the free throw line. She's struggled there so far on the year, only shot at about 60%. These will be the 2 biggest free throws she's seen all year, though, Adam.
Absolutely, as that foul whistled there. And, man, if she could have got that basket to fall somehow and find a way to get a three-point play the old-fashioned way, would have been even bigger. So Gandy to the free throw line. First one good. 3-point contest. 17.6 to play here in the fourth quarter.
So here's the key right here. Off a made free throw, you've got to jump into your full-court press as fast as possible.
Awaiting the second free throw here from Gandy. It's up, and it's good as well. Big makes there for Gandy. Makes it a 2-point contest.
Got to grab your person and get on them right here. Force that next turnover. They got a timeout.
And they're going to take the timeout there with about 4.5 left on the inbounds play. Timeout taken by Lawson. They'll advance the ball to midfloor. Don't go anywhere, folks. 2-point contest. 17.6 seconds to play. Let's take a break and hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right here on the ICC Sports Network.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
And welcome back to action now. 17.6 seconds to play. ICC trailing it 59-57 here to Lawson State.
Same thing here. You want to force that turnover as quick as possible. If you don't force it on the initial pass, got to foul, got to put them on the free throw line.
Inbounding here after the ball advanced. After the timeout, they do get inbound to the corner. Now they swing it back up top. You got a foul in a hurry. Gandy does.
Good job by Tabria Gandy. That entire sequence happened. They passed it twice, only ran 2 seconds off the clock.
And here's the big thing, though. Only the 4th team foul against ICC, so you got to do it again.
But here's the thing, though. You got a chance to force another turnover.
So awaiting and then she stepped in bounds before taking the timeout.
Absolutely.
Turnover for Lawson State. She tried to take the timeout, stepped in bounds before calling it, and ICC will get the ball back. No timeouts left for ICC. 15.3 seconds to play here. What a big time break for the Lady Indians.
Here's where you want to attack. You want to try to score as quick as you can. That way, if you run out of time, you got a chance to foul again and get another opportunity.
So Gandy with the basketball. 8 seconds now. 3-pointer from Watkins. Yes! Whitney Watkins nails the 3.
Don't foul on defense right here. You want to cut it off. That's got to be a wall. That's got to be a travel. Absolutely. What a turn of events inside the Davis Events Center.
Are you serious? Watkins nails the 3-pointer. Did they call a timeout or did they travel?
There's no way. That's got to be a travel.
It was a travel call. ICC will have it with 2.1 seconds to play here. You got to get it bounds. If you're ICC, they do, and there's a quick foul with 1.3 left. Wow.
What a turn of events right there. And it goes back to the pressure you've been able to generate on defenses. They haven't had to go to the free throw line and miss because you've done such a good job of not fouling but creating pressure on the defensive side.
Looks like Williams a little excited there, about to lose some of her Little Caesars pizza.
And you would expect ICC to back their players off the line right here. You're not going to get beat by a defensive rebound after the second free throw. You just want to make sure they don't get a quick pass up the floor and get a shot off from the half-court stripe.
Well, these free throws are big here for Gandy, who just hit 2. That one dribbles around, no good.
I'm not sure a miss right here kills you, though, Adam. It allows them to have to wrestle for the basketball. They're out of timeouts, too, I believe.
No, they got
have
one,
so they can call it and advance the ball.
Second free throw on its way. That one bounces around. It's good. Lawson will take the timeout to advance the basketball with 1.3 seconds left. So there is still plenty of time for them to maybe have some late game heroics.
The key here is still going to be you can't foul. You can't foul. You can't put them on the free throw line to have a chance to tie it up. 1.3 seconds. You want to put probably one of the taller girls you got on the ball, make it difficult to inbound the thing.
Whitney Watkins, what a game she's had.
Absolutely.
Man, she has had an outstanding tonight.
It's her 5th three-point basket there. None bigger in her career as a Lady Indian as that one right there.
61-59 is the score. 1.3 seconds left.
I don't understand this rule. Coach Porter's trying to sub here. Why can you not sub during a timeout?
I don't know.
And he's about to pitch a fit about this.
I'm with you.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. You call it, you're in a timeout. Why can you not substitute?
Either way it goes, 1.3 to go here. They throw it in bounds. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by ICC, 4/10 of a second. It can only be a tip. It cannot be a catch and shoot here with 4/10 of a second on the clock.
Coach Tiffany Frederick saying, how did 9/10 of a second run off the clock right there on a tip ball? As Coach Porter's going to be able to sub here.
So they're going to change it up 7/10 of a second. So now it can be a catch and shoot with 7/10 of a second to go in the contest.
I still say you put your tallest person on the ball here and make it difficult to defend. Make it difficult to get the pass in. I don't see what there is to discuss here, Adam. They put 0.7 seconds back on the clock.
And the Coach Frederick trying to plead her case here.
Well, she got some time back, and she was correct in that. But now we're going to bring the official back to the scores table.
There was 1.4 on the clock.
There's a discussion about what time was on the clock. It was at 1.4, I believe. It ran down to 0.4 initially. They go back to 0.7, and now it looks like they want to put more time back. But I don't see any way you can do that.
So the officials have talked this one over. They're trying to put 1.4 on the clock. There's no way. So now they're going to reset it
back
here.
To 1 second.
To 1 second.
So they do have time for an inbound set feet and pass. ICC going to put a defender right on the ball.
They get it. Hoisted up for three. It's off the mark. No good, and the Lady Indians survive. What a big game for ICC. Whitney Watkins, our Sonic star of the game, nails the three-pointer. ICC finds a way to win it, 61-59.
She'll finish the night with 22 points, but none bigger than that last three from the far side over on the elbow. We'll talk about the guts there from ICC down the stretch as they trail by 6 with 1:17 remaining. They fight back. They go on a 7-0 run to finish up the basketball game and win. But what a way to close it out tonight for the Indians.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins at 61-59 in a thriller here in the first game of the night. Back with more right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. I ask her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins the thriller 61-59 on a Whitney Watkins three-point basket and a free throw for ICC down the stretch to be able to pull away for that two-point victory. Jordan, your thoughts on tonight's contest?
Well, back and forth. ICC led the thing by a score of 23-7 at the end of the first quarter. But with a minute 13 remaining, they trailed by 6 points. But they were able to force a couple of turnovers defensively. They really ramped it up defensively. We saw that full court press ran to full extent there down the stretch. They were able to come back, win the game, and did not have to foul to do so. I mean, they did a really good job there down the stretch. They win it by a score of 61-59. And what can you say? Whitney Watkins drills a three. Ice in her veins there down the stretch.
Maybe one of the best games she's had in her career here at ICC, the sophomore out of Decatur, Alabama. So she loved doing that to maybe some players that she knew back in her day.
Probably so.
So let's take a look at some of those Sonic stats from tonight's contest. And we talked about it. ICC wins the thriller 61-59 here in the first game of the evening.
Well, you mentioned Whitney Watkins. She's 8 of 18 from the floor, but drills a huge three. Her only points of the fourth quarter. She finishes the night with 22 points. The next leading scorer was Tabria Gandy, who was only 2 of 11 from the floor tonight, but she hit one huge free throw down the stretch. As a matter of fact, 3 huge free throws down the stretch and finishes up the night with 8 points. Also, Sarah Freelow contributed 6 points, 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Also, Zaire Burgess was 2 of 5 from the floor with 6 points. Shemaiah Williams was 2 of 9 from the floor for a total of 4 points. And then we had Tamoya Brownlee, Keeley Wilson, Mariah Holland, and Lamaya Pfeiffer all contributing 2 points on 1 of 1 shooting from the floor. But if you look at the box score quarter by quarter, you'd be impressed to see 23-7. ICC led it at the end of the first quarter, but then they tied at the halftime break. They scored 23 points in the first quarter, only 4 points in the second quarter, and it was a 27-all game after 2. Then into the third, they were able to score 20 more points. They took a 47-43 lead into the fourth quarter, and then they were able to outscore Lawson State by 2 points and total a 61-59 win. But that first quarter, they were able to do what they wanted to offensively. They lived out in transition. They played very well defensively and really got a hold of the game there. But then 2-3 zone by Lawson State really kind of choked the ICC out offensively and really changed the course of the game. But they fight through. They come back from a 6-point deficit with 1:13 to go and win the basketball game 61-59.
Absolutely. Let's just talk about this as well. Take a look at some freshmen that are on the floor in that final minute, 2 minutes of the game. This team grew up in a hurry tonight, but this is the first time this season they've kind of been punched in the face and had to battle their way back into a contest, and they did so in a big way.
That does a ton for a team at 4-1 on the year. They're going to have a chance to really compete inside the MACJC when that gets kicked off here next week. And you get in a game that gets testy like that, you have to fight back and battle. That builds a lot of character. And even for a first-year head coach in Robin Porter, to manage the thing the way she did down the course, getting the substitutions in and out, forcing the turnovers, not really having to foul and give up a ton off the free throw line. Both ways, coaching, players, all together. You're not going to be happy with blowing the lead the way you did early on, but to fight back and to get that win, that says a lot about your ball club.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to stop the stream. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of the men's game. ICC wins the women's match by the final score of 61-59. Back with more on the ICC Sports Network right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.